What kept you going? 1,100 kilometers all alone, no one around. Welcome back to our Paramotor adventure stories. Here we are again with Jean Francois, and now the things are getting really excited because we are about to talk something I call the ultimate holy grail of paramotor adventure flying. That means unsupported cross-country flying. Jean Francois, you said that pretty early in your paramotoring career you did the New Mexico to California flight completely unsupported. Surprisingly, even to me, the very first adventure flying that I did was flying around Slovakia unsupported. So we both kind of started with the toughest discipline.
Yeah, with that pretty much no experience except just on flying, but no experience on doing this kind of trips, which is, yeah, it's big.
Now recalling that situation and your skills, were you prepared for that? Were you ready in terms of skills and experience?
The skills, hey, that's a tough one. A lot of people were thinking I was not going to make it. People waiting for me on the other side in the Salton Sea. For me, yeah, I thought it would be okay. I was just mainly worried about the weight.
You thought at that time, but were you actually?
Myself, I knew I was fine. I knew I would be fine.
That's good. I wasn't.
I was confident, otherwise I wouldn't have done it. But you know, it's something that I did that was very bad right from the beginning. I never told anybody. Don't tell anybody.
It's a premiere. Have the camera on.
I launched with 160 pounds without hanging my motor at first, and I forgot to move the hang point.
Oh.
So I launched and I went, oh, why am I leaning forward? I didn't have the time to hang it. I was going to do it. I didn't have time. I didn't take the time. We got to the place and it was like, oh, let's load and go because it's late. So I just went.
You know, don't tell anyone, but exactly the same shit happened to me on the Icarus Trophy.
You a pro?
on the Icarus Trophy, you know, I had this front bag.
Yes.
That I installed on my chest with 4 carabiners. You know, I thought the best way would be to have it in the front bag. So yeah, so it was 6 liters of oil and 6 liters of fuel, so this was the heavy parts, and I decided to put the heavy things in the chest bag, in the front bag, because that's the last thing that I will lift off the ground after I strap in, warm up the motor, hook the speed bar, and everything else is set. I will just grab this heavy bag, hook it on my chest and take off. That was all fine until I released the top carabiners and put it on my lap, and it shifted the CG forward. It was like, oh, I was almost falling out of the seat. That was a horrible experience. So now, as you said that you made the same mistake as I did, like unbelievable.
No, you did a mistake. I didn't know.
Okay, I should have known, but I didn't.
Take that.
Okay, we will cover this in one of the later chapters. How to carry heavy things and where to put it. So you're fine and safe in flight. But could you please show me on the map what was your
route?
The first the first cross country.
So the route. So I started to the west of Albuquerque, and after I went in that direction toward Los Lunas, and after from there I went straight down toward Truth of Consequence. So he had a little issue with gas. I landed at a gas station. The gas station was closing, as they were closing the gas station, no more gas forever. So I went straight right here to the Deming airport. So that's the first time ever I was flying kind of middle of nowhere. I was like, no, I didn't like the idea, but I did. After from there, I went straight across to the San Simon right here, and I spent the night at the gas station. Just went cut off right here. That was beautiful landscape. I was, about 5,000 feet, 6,000 feet above ground. The next day I went across, and that was the first big range of mountain I went across. That's pretty big right here.
What elevation are we talking about?
This one I flew to 10,500 feet.
Okay.
Well, I wanted to be 3,000 feet above the mountains. And luckily for me, nothing happened. Everything was smooth, everything was fine. I just went high and passed the point of no return, knowing that I had hopefully enough glide to go to the other side. And I went all the way to that little town right here. I don't see it, which is strange, which is right here, San Miguel. And I landed just about here. And after from there, that's where I had a little issue we'll talk about when I got my cholo cable breaking, which was very interesting because, well, we'll go to the story, but that's how I met somebody that was very interesting. And after from there, the next day, I flew and I went straight to Hilaben, right here. And there I spent a night into one of the airport area. And after from there, I went straight to Yuma, right here, stopping, well, I'll take it back. And it's all high elevation, except toward the end, right here is about, whatever, like just about nothing because Salton Sea is minus 115 meters, minus 80 meters, sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, starting at 5,000 feet, so about 1,500 meters, and after you go down from there. But it was winter time, and it was end of January.
Okay.
And it was pretty cold. So my first day I started at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Second day I started was 11 o'clock, waiting for the sun to go up to get warmer. Then I'm not going to leave so cold because it doesn't make any sense. I'll be freezing and there's no reason why to do it that way. So, and as soon as I got closer to California, it was warm.
How many days did it take?
Because of the cholo cable, it took me 4 days. Issues because I spent like 4.5 days. I could have done it in 3.5 days.
And you carried all the camping gear.
And there I carry all the camping gear. So I camped at the lake one time and I camped in.
Last time you said you carried 160 pounds. Oh, well, handling and fuel included. What did you carry? Why was it that much?
Well, it just adds up pretty fast. I was all alone, so for sure I got quite a few spare parts with me. And spare part being the spark plugs, the clip for the starter. But nothing very big, but I carry some of that. All the tools, which is quite heavy. The flare gun, which I always carry a flare gun with me because I want people to find me if I have an issue. Tracking device, camera, which is the DSLR camera. All the charging device with me, which I had 2 extra charging. I had no clue if I would be able to find a place to charge along the way. By camping, that was the problem. So I thought I need to have enough charging device to be able to survive 2 days, to be able to charge everything. Plus the cooktop, the little bowl, the little plate, like plastic plate that I had, propane, clothes. I had only 1 pair of shoes, but I think I had my flip-flop with me. I think that I took them with me. I'm not sure. But the tent, sleeping bag, mattress, the lights. I was prepared to be outside for 4 days. I was not thinking I was going to go into any hotel. Yeah, I made sure that I had enough room for that. I had one of this bag and I could just tie things in just a compression bag. And I keep it very small and I had to put layers because when I finished my trip, it was the same. I only had 1 jean and much less layers. But it was a lot of weight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, because myself, when I did my 6,000 miles, I did a little bit over 1,000 miles in 4 days. But a lot of it was by the beach. It was perfect temperature, and it was fine. It was not an issue. As soon as you get cold and you have to fight and do active piloting, it's tough.
Yeah,
it's tough. You just want to relax, and you're tired to be cold.
Have you ever had a moment where you wanted to give up?
No, not giving up, but a few times was like, I would like to stop, I would like to land, but I just cannot land because there's nowhere to land. I had to go to my destination. I just could go across, and the driver is just going all the way around. There's no way. I have to go to the destination. So I got that maybe 3 or 4 times. In Texas, it's like, oh, it's long. My arm's getting tired. Otherwise, quitting? No, because I never had. I think the weather has to do a lot for it. If it's nasty weather and it's cold and it's kind of gray and it's not very inviting, not very friendly, that will get you. And I know when you did your race, you got a few days like that.
Yeah, it was bad. I mean, I had one bad day when I actually wanted to quit it. So it was this high elevation, early morning, everything wet, variable wind, takeoff, that I failed. And I damaged my glider. And that was actually, I did the whole Icarus Trophy unsupported, but on that one particular morning I needed support. That means I had the Icarus Trophy crew shipping my damaged glider for repair, and from Castor I got a spare glider to fly with. So I did about 2 or 3 flights on Castor's glider. But on that day, I was so tired, so depressed, ego completely destroyed. The damage on my ego was way larger than the damage on the glider itself. And it was so cold, freezing. I didn't even take the camera out to take pictures. And when I finally was approaching for the next airfield, I was really thinking about, I'm gonna quit. And then something changed, because I seen the guy waving at me at the strip, and it was Byron, who arrived there a bit earlier. I mean, he could have continued. He didn't know what happened to me, but he waited for me, and just the thing that he waited for me, it didn't really help. I didn't really need any help at that time, but just the fact that he waited for me, I mean, I was crying as a baby. No, but he made me to continue. So that was my weak moments. What is the reason for you to do that? What kept you going? 1,100 kilometers all alone, no one around.
I had nobody. I had to finish it. I had to call Uber. That's expensive, so I had to finish it. And no, I had the perfect condition. Overall, it was pretty straightforward. It was not, you got cold because the morning were cold, but as soon as I waited a little bit, it was acceptable. I just got cold the first day, not evening, but afternoon when I flew. The other one were cold but acceptable because I was covered properly. No, perfect condition, knowing that my friend was looking for me on the other side, waiting for me, sharing all the location with all his friends. That was very great, that was very good. But many conditions were just about perfect.
Would you do that again?
Yeah, I'll do it again. Now I will carry less weight. 160 pounds is not good. It's not fun.
I'll wait for your advice. We will cover this in one of the next chapters when we will. What is the ultimate necessary to take with you for sure? It doesn't have to be that long. One of the great trips we did a unsupported flight with my colleague Matej, just taking off, did a top landing on a mountain, 1,700 meters, stayed overnight, and it was simple because we didn't even carry tents. We knew that we'd stay for one night, so we knew that the weather is good. We don't need a tent. We slept million-star hotel. You can't wish for better, and we had very little food. I didn't take extra fuel. I had only the sleeping bag and the mattress, and 2 sausages to put on the fireplace, and 1 can of beer. So it was still unsupported. It was still bivouac flying. But if you keep it short, let's say 1 night, there's not that many things you need, and it's still rewarding, being all alone up there looking at the stars and
with a friend going camping. That's fun.
But it's just not a regular camping. Again, it's Paramotor camping, and so it doesn't have to be, the unsupported adventure doesn't have to be 5 days or 4 days or 9 days. Doesn't have to be 1,000 miles. It could be a simple one night stand, and just weather is right. Let's go and do it. So, guys, please stay with us. Hit the subscribe button. We will continue talking with Jean Francois about his experience flying unsupported, 1,000, hundreds miles, wherever. He has plenty interesting stories to tell, so please hit the subscribe button, and thank you for sharing this video. See you soon. Thank you.